Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
January 30, 1902 America New York, how the high cost of living is hitting Singapore's poor. Asia's rising food costs are hitting the region's poor, despite the fall in rice prices in 2021. January 30, 1901 America New York, Asian economic growth to outstrip America's and Europe. As pandemic eases, region will post the largest increase in GDP over the next 2 years. January 30, 1900 America New York, AUD, USD cautiously higher after China manufacturing PMI. RBA inbound. AUD, USD is probing higher after impressive Chinese PMI data. Aussie dollar traders are eyeing tomorrow's Reserve Bank of Australia, RBA, policy decision. January 30, 1849 America New York, concerns over food shortages as CO2 deal ends. Food and drink firms are warning supplies could be hit unless government subsidies continue. January 30, 1811 America New York, Spotify, streaming giant announces plans to clamp down on COVID misinformation. The streaming giant says it will add warnings to all podcasts discussing COVID-19 on its platform. January 30, 1730 America New York, private blog, The Coming War Caesar, Beware the Ides of March. Private blog, The Coming War Caesar, Beware the Ides of March. Private blog posts are exclusively available to Socrates subscribers. To sign up for Socrates or to learn more, please visit ask-socrates.com. January 30, 1715 America New York, Spotify responds to complaints about COVID misinformation. After Neil Young and Joni Mitchell removed their music from the streaming service, its chief executive wrote, "It is important to me that we don't take on the position of being content censor." Spotify's chief executive Daniel Ek said that Spotify would add a content advisory to any podcast episode that includes a discussion of the coronavirus. January 30, 1600 America New York, world's largest wealth fund warns permanent inflation will hit returns. Equities and bonds to suffer as steep rise in rates becomes lasting feature of economy, says Norwegian oil fund boss. January 30, 1515 America New York, Spotify publishes content policy, COVID-19 hub amid Joe Rogan controversy. The company isn't at this time removing any of Joe Rogan's episodes that detractors have highlighted in recent weeks for spreading misinformation about COVID-19 vaccines. January 30, 1500 America New York, Economy Week ahead, Eurozone GDP, BO, ECB, U.S. employment. The U.S. payrolls report for January caps a full week of economic news. January 30, 1415 America New York, the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday is today. I am reminded of John Stuart Mill's remark, "I know tolerably well what Ireland was, but have a very imperfect idea of what Ireland is." Still true. That is from one of Mill's letters. January 30, 1400 America New York, Zambian president vows not to favor Chinese creditors in restructuring. Debt restructure seen as test for whether Beijing will accept losses from loans made to Africa. January 30, 1324 America New York, Elliott and Vista near deal to buy Citrix Systems. Elliott Management and Vista Equity Partners are near an agreement to pay $104 a share, or roughly $13 billion, for the software company, according to people familiar with the matter. January 30, 1324 America New York, Elliott and Vista near deal to buy Citrix Systems. Elliott Management and Vista Equity Partners are near an agreement to pay $104 a share, or roughly $13 billion, for the software company, according to people familiar with the matter. January 30, 1315 America New York, it's Groundhog Day, again. Plus, an insight into the future of the metaverse from big tech results, and Lunar New Year celebrations. January 30, 1151 America New York, Sunday assorted links. 1. New Yorker on DAOs. 2. Are deontological ethics incompatible with progress? 3. Good NYT story on Pegasus. 4. My favorite is Ragnheider Eriksdotter, who has been a nurse, journalist, sexual health and self-confidence instructor, and, of all things, knitting tour operator. Link here. The feminized culture that is Iceland. January 30th. 1119 America New York, inflation and deficits don't dim the appeal of U.S. bonds. Treasury rates remain strikingly low, partly because of the safety government debt offers corporations and retirees. Whether that endures is crucial to federal spending. January 30th. 11 o'clock America New York, markets week ahead. Dow Jones, S&P 500, US dollar, gold, AUD, USD, EUR, USD, GBP, USD. The Dow Jones and S&P 500 recovered during a wild trading week. Will the US dollar continue its rise, and is gold at risk ahead of NFPs? All eyes are on the RBA, ECB and BOE. January 30th. 10 o'clock America New York, restaurants pull back on value menus as costs rise. Chains are reducing their menus of discounted items or shrinking portions, hoping it will bring less pushback from consumers than straight price increases. January 30th. 9 o'clock America New York, automation exacts a toll in inequality. The Biden administration wants to mitigate the impact of tech-driven change on vulnerable workers. January 30th. 8:30 America New York, major investors hold ground on Russian debt amid Ukraine crisis. Some international investors are holding on to Russian debt, betting that a diplomatic solution to the crisis over Ukraine could spark a rally. January 30th. 8 o'clock America New York, stock market jitters don't endanger economy yet. Recent market turmoil doesn't mean the economy is about to be derailed, but rather the recovery is maturing and no longer needs low interest rates, economists and Fed officials say. January 30th. 8 o'clock America New York, decluttered Bed Bath & Beyond stores frustrated shoppers. The home goods chain's inventory overhaul during the COVID-19 pandemic led to a shortage of products and reduced sales. January 30th. 8 o'clock America New York, aluminum prices can't keep up with energy costs, driving wave of closures. Analysts predict supply of the metal will fall short of demand, creating another pinch point for industries such as auto manufacturing. January 30th. 8 o'clock America New York, aluminum prices can't keep up with energy costs, driving wave of closures. Analysts predict supply of the metal will fall short of demand, creating another pinch point for industries such as auto manufacturing.